Hey guys, today I'm back with another video. It's just going to be a short video explaining or telling you guys my first impressions and my initial thoughts of the Razer DeathAdder V3 wired. This mouse currently on Amazon US is sitting around $55, which I think is a great price, especially when you take into fact the actual price to performance that the mouse offers. It's going to be hard to find a mouse that beats this, just in terms of the actual performance you get, the actual quality, and of course the actual shape. As for the quality, in the last couple of days that I've been using this mouse, I haven't noticed anything really wrong with the mouse. Quality wise, this is a super solid mouse. There is no creaking or flexing to the shell at all. Like, as much as I try to flex the sides, I really can't. As for the top, there really isn't any creaking at all. As for the buttons, basically no post travel or pre travel on any of the buttons at all. The scroll wheel on this mouse has actually been updated. On the previous DeathAdder, at least on my unit, the scroll wheel did feel a bit loose and cheap, while on here it has a nice tensioning. The steps are defined and it actually does feel pretty premium. As for the cable, this isn't really something that bothered me in game at all. If you do have this in a bungee, you're barely going to notice the cable at all. It is pretty light and flexible, as you can see. It's not the most flexible, as it does have a metal kind of protection inside the cable, just because of 8K hertz, which this mouse does have. But if you do have this in a mouse bungee, you're barely going to notice at all. In game, I haven't really thought to myself once, I wish this mouse was wireless, just because of how good the actual cable is. And then combining that with the smoothness of 8K, it just makes for a really nice experience. One of the first things I noticed when I picked up this mouse is the new coating. Apparently this is the same coating as the DeathAdder Faker edition. It is this kind of soft rubbery kind of coating. It does give you a good grip. It's not the grippiest of coatings that I have tried, but it's also fairly nice, as it doesn't really pick up sweat or grime or really dirt at all. As you can see, pretty much looks flawless. It looks brand new to me. This is a huge step up over the DeathAdder, the original coating. The original coating was this kind of like soft raw PBT texture, which I know some people didn't enjoy, but this is a huge step up, and I think a lot of people actually enjoy this coating over the current DeathAdder V3 coating. As for the biggest selling point, and that's going to be the low cost, and then combining that with 8K hertz. Personally, this is the first mouse over 1K hertz that I have actually tried, and I can confidently say that 8K hertz definitely excels in giving you a smoother tracking experience. Personally, in flicking scenarios and static scenarios, I haven't noticed that much of a difference comparing this to a 1K hertz mouse. My experience of 8K hertz so far has been pretty positive. I haven't noticed any stuttering or lagging in games. I also do have a AMD 5600X CPU, so that's also going to help in supporting this mouse, as 8K hertz does use a decent amount of CPU usage. So if you do have an older CPU, your compatibility may vary, and also 8K hertz does benefit from having a high refresh rate monitor. I do have a 360 Hz monitor, and I can definitely tell the difference between this and a 1K Hz mouse. So if you have something like a 144 Hz monitor, I would probably say 8K Hz isn't for you. You're not really going to notice that much of a difference compared to 1K. Overall, comparing this to the original DeathAdder V3, I can confidently say I do prefer this mouse over that. This actually does feel like a more premium mouse, just because of the new coating. Some of the QC changes are nice to have. The overall weight is lower, so that does result in it feeling like it's just a nicer mouse in general. The only negative that most people will probably see is the wire, but if you do put this in a mouse bungee, this mouse will feel like wireless. Like I said before, there wasn't really a time where I thought to myself, oh, I wish this mouse was wireless or something like that. The cable is super nice on this, and overall the complete package for the price that you're paying is honestly super good. You're getting 8K hertz at $50 with a super nice shape, a nice coating, some decent clicks. They're not my favorite. They just feel like something's lacking from the clicks. Overall, $50, you're getting a pretty nice complete mouse that I think a lot of people will be happy with. Anyways, that's all from me. If you guys enjoyed this video, a like and sub would be much appreciated. A full review of this mouse going into more detail and depth will be probably out in the next couple of weeks. If you do enjoy these kind of first impression videos, do let me know in the comments. I am planning on making more of these. But yeah, that's all from me. See you in the next one.